Okay, so I normally don't play background music when people are talking during their Instagram live because we want to hear them clearly without any distractions. However, Eva is playing music in the background. The music is not loud, but it's loud enough in some places for this video to get struck due to copyright. So to avoid that, I'm playing my background music under her voice. It's still loud enough for you to hear her. The music is low, but so it's going to be a mixture of her music and my music, but it's still at a point where you will still be able to listen to the video without being distracted by the music. But I'm just letting you guys know why I added the background music. But before I continue, let's get into this intro. What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News. See, I normally don't get into the new intro that quickly, but I really want to get to this Instagram live. But before we do that, I want to say hello again, all right?
The answer is, I will be in Atlanta, going nowhere. And if I'm not on Housewives season 13, it will be because we couldn't come to an agreement or the producers did not ask me back. It has nothing to do with moving anywhere or taking any job. Caught it? Just so you know. So y'all can start writing blogs about shit y'all completely don't know nothing about. So yeah, in words to Cynthia Bailey, what else is going on?
Now what else is going on?
So for those of you who are confused about the first part of the video where Eva is talking about she's not leaving Atlanta, she's not going anywhere, Tom Joyner, who's been in the radio industry, well, as far as the show, okay, his show, he's been hosting his show for 25 years. He announced his retirement and he said that Ricky Smiley is going to take his place, and that's going to start on January the 2nd, I guess, of next year. And Eva and Gary with the T is all in the cast. And because Tom's show basically came out of a different state, people just thought that Eva was moving. So there were, blogs and I guess people posting about it. And so they were like, well, if she's moving to a different state, does that mean she's done with the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Is she coming back? Is she moving to a different franchise? So that's what she was addressing. So she have a Real Housewives of Atlanta check, and she, have a radio check for the people who are saying that Porsha is back now. So Eva lost that job. Ricky Smiley is still keeping her on as a host on the radio side of things.
People stay on my business, honey. I'm in the middle of the season, shooting the new season of Housewives, which, let me just tell you, y'all get ready for this new season. They stay in somebody's business, but the difference is this season, just like Stonewall 50th anniversary, honey, is sober. So I'm cutting through all the bullshit. I ain't here for none of it. You hear me? Like, none of it. So they coming, and I'm sitting their ass right on back. The ill-fitted wig and no glue. We're gonna leave that right there. Get ready for the new season. It's definitely going down. Oh no, I'm pushing back all kind of non-existent edges this season. Seriously. Some of y'all gonna love it, some of y'all gonna hate it. But they done pull me off my yoga mat, so let's go. It's definitely going down. I ain't here for nobody's shit. Know that. I don't have time to turn the radio off on it. And those that know, radio pays me very well. So I love the radio. I'm not gonna play the radio for these hoes. I just don't. I love me some Bailey though. And the kiki is they try to keep us away from each other. I love me some Cynthia Bailey. She's become one of my closest and fastest friends. Don't address anyone without a peach. Oh, I don't. That's the Kiki, the coup de grace. The D-ha-ha. Is that I don't. Someone asked how me and Porsha are doing. Me and Porsha are fine. I love her. I'm happy that she's coming back from maternity leave because I can go into maternity leave, but also so that she can just kind of get back to work. The mom says, don't nobody want no smoke. Baby, they kicking up dust like they do, honey. When I tell you, I'm coming out guns, blazing 22 Glock 9s, all of that. Desert Eagles. I have none for none of them. The only person I care about in this world are my children and my husband. Everybody else can all the way get it. So if they want it, they came to the right place. I got motherfucking time. Period. Someone said, how are you? And who? Don't play the radio on her either. I don't subscribe to this, like, do foul ass shit for TV ratings and then act like everything's okay and now it's a new season and we wipe the slate clean. But just like a video game. You don't get no new life. That's not how this goes. Remorse is necessary and change behavior is required. And if I don't get either of those, then good day, I don't see you and I turn off Z-Ratio. Period. A lot of people not understanding this energy this year, but I guess that makes two of us because I wasn't understanding that energy last year when it was supposed to be friends. It was everything but. And then this whole, I'm at work, making my bag type shit. Like, bitch, you ever had a job? Because this ain't work. Yes, we get a check for what we do, but the whole point is to follow us in life, like what we do in life. So, keep that straight up and down. They want to keep the beef going. Someone said someone just put on here, people always want to keep the beef going. You go right ahead, honey, because I'm no vegetarian. So I got the beef for you. Last year I had Peking duck last night. I got fish. What you want? Pray for cold-hearted people. Oh, absolutely. You know, what I've learned about Housewives is that everybody got their favorites. And that's fine. The beauty is I've been a fan favorite prior to Housewives. I've been doing this thing called entertainment, television, movies, TV shows, way before Housewives. From Everybody Hates Chris to Young and the Restless, Smallville. So I think I love my wife. And the list goes on. So, if you love me, great. If you don't, that's totally fine too. Not everybody's gonna love you. Remember that today as you go out into the world. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Okay? Not everybody's gonna be able to take it. One of my sayings is not everybody can take big fish, and that's fine. Sometimes they want to be big fish and they're not. So when they see big fish, they get mad. The other people like Cynthia Bailey that are big fish themselves. So, you know, the more the merrier. Welcome to the company. Someone said, do you get along with Kenya? I don't know her. See, a bitch is out of her entire bag. And the bag was big too, so I was in it. I was sitting, I was comfy cozy. So I work in this industry where I was taught there's enough room for everyone. And it's been very difficult to climb in this business and not sell your soul and not do foul stuff. So there comes a point where there needs to be a level of unity between people, right? Like, I get it, making a TV show, you want some drama, a little fitter, fatter, got it, okay? But look at the other franchise. The white girls ain't doing that. The white girls is over here fussing about who sold a dog. Y'all hoes is over here talking about where people live, and if you're a whore or not. And men are buying your houses, like, it's crazy.
Eva just did exactly what's been going on forever. Okay, I don't want to bring race into it, but I'm going to. I understand that on one of the franchise there's a dog argument situation going on, but even excluding that, those girls are ruthless. They are nasty to each other. They are mean to each other. They are rude to each other. They call each other every disgusting name in the book. They gossip about each other. It's terrible over there. Some of them went to jail, came back. It's not pleasant. So here's a black woman downplaying the white girls and saying that they're arguing about dogs only. They're not arguing about whose house, who's this. What franchise did she watch? Don't just watch one episode or one franchise and then say the white girls, that's what they're talking about. And that's the problem right there. The only difference between those girls, should say women, and the women on the Real Housewives of Atlanta is the fact that when white people do certain things, it's not magnified compared to when black people do it. And Eva, of all people, should know better. For her to say, I'm not want to bring the black woman down.
As a black woman, I'm not here to knock nobody. I'm not here to knock nobody down, especially none other sister. We got it hard enough out here trying to climb, keeping our head up high, keeping our skin clear, and our teeth white. Original teeth. Some of us still got original teeth. Some people got a second, third sets. I still got my OG teeth. Knowing my mama's game.
Okay? But yet you're doing the same thing that they all do. Nene Leakes will go around and say, you know what, I think Cynthia is boring. She should get fired. I think Porsha should get fired for getting involved in different fights and things like that. But for the most part on the show, excluding that, all they do is shade and read each other. That's it. It's disgusting sometimes, it's nasty, but that's it. So for Eva to sit on her high horse and say, there's room for everyone, I'm not one to bring the black woman down. Girl, you're doing it. You're talking about their edges. You're talking about the wigs and glue. You're talking about their skin.
So, like I said, I ain't coming for nobody, but I will send your ass back. And if you came for me last season, you're dead to me. And good day. It's very that. But in the meantime, we gotta moisturize, honey, so you keep it right. Some of these ladies got craters in their face. They need skin correction. So I'd rather be over moisturized than under. You know what I mean? You know, some people got craters in their face. But they wasn't born that way, which means that they did something to contribute to the fucked up skin. You know what I'm talking about? You'll hear me speak about it a lot this season.
What makes you any different from these girls when you just sat on video and basically degraded black women? I can't stand hypocrites when you can't be on a high horse and say you don't do certain things and put the white women on the pedestal and say they're arguing about dogs, but yet you just sat on camera dragging your own people, talking about their hair and their skin and all of these different things. So you are not any different, mama. You are in the same boat. Now I will understand if you were like, you know what, I'm going to rise above. They came for me. I'm going to rise above. But you can't go in the mud and sling mud as well, but then be like, I'm different. It don't work that way.
Beauty comes from the inside. So, when you got some beauty on the inside, it'll radiate on the outside. Like an all periods. And I'm not saying that some people are not pretty on the outside that are ugly on the inside. But have you ever seen somebody who like got all the features of a pretty person, but you like, I don't know why they don't look cute to me, because they're ugly on the inside. Or somebody who doesn't have perfect features, but people like, yo, they look so beautiful, like they're glowing. Then that's that beauty from the inside coming out. It be like that. Period. And that's no gas. I'm so sincere about that. I teach my daughter. My daughter's a very pretty girl. But her true beauty is what comes from the inside. And that's what people gonna see.
Well, there you go. Let's start with the people who, were there for the entire season with Eva. Last season, season 11, in the live, she said that she loved Porsha. So I guess she and Porsha are cool. She said that Cynthia Bailey became her fastest, friend. So I guess she's not talking about Cynthia Bailey. What I also find, well, it's not too interesting, but I would say it's a little interesting that, whenever somebody is going really hard and trying to drag Kenya name and really come for her, Cynthia Bailey, for some reason, happens to be that person's best friend or close friend, or their relationship is on this amazing, situation. It's not, I don't know if the people do that in order to think it's going to bother Kenya, when Kenya is just chilling. What I have with Cynthia is with Cynthia, and whoever Cynthia want to be friends with, she's a grown bleep woman. She can do whatever she wants to do. I'm not going to be childish and be like Nene, it's either you're my friend or kick rocks with open toe shoes. What Cynthia and I have over here, we're good. But it's interesting that once again, here we go. Eva is talking about Cynthia being her fastest, best friends. I guess they were able to put the differences, behind them, because Eva threw a lot of shade towards Cynthia last season, okay? And then even on the reunion, one moment she's on Cynthia's side, the next moment she's on Nene's side. She was all over the place, but she's cool with Cynthia. And we go again with Cynthia Bailey being in the middle. But she didn't say Candy name or say anything about she and Candy being cool. I don't know why she would have an issue with Candy, but maybe during filming, Candy made some comments. I don't know. We shall see. But we know the two people that she's coming for hard are Marlo Hampton and Nene Leakes, okay? Because Marlo was a part of the whole group situation that talked about, her financial situation. Tanya was in that group as well, the new girl who's not too new, because she didn't mention Tanya's name at all. But from the looks of it on social media, Tanya, fiance, and Eva, husband, went to Morehouse together. They all look cool. So maybe that's why she didn't mention Tanya, because she and Tanya are cool. Okay. So the edge, people not having edges and weave and glue and all of those comments, and people not having their real teeth and all of that, we already know that she's coming for Nene Leakes and the people who are dead to her, But you know how it is with Nene, okay? She could read you for filth, drag you over social media, come back and refer to you as Lil Sis, like nothing happened, expect everyone to just move on and not talk about it. And then the reason why she keeps falling out with people is because of that. When something disgusting, terrible, traumatic, whatever the case might be, happen, you have real conversations and you slowly try to heal. When you just jump back in it like nothing happened, we love each other, it is what it is, you don't really sit down and discuss the hurtful things that were said and all of that, then it's hard. It's going to crumble again, because then those old hurtful feelings are still lingering. And that's the reason why she keeps falling out of, her friendship. So Eva is basically saying, Nene and Marlo, you came for me, all of these things, so you're dead to me. So we shall see how that goes. Eva got her peach now, so she feels like, what, I don't need you, Nene. I don't need anybody. I'm good. I got a peach, right? And then, of course, she's been doing her thing before the show. So, of course, she wasn't talking at all to Kenya Moore, because say what you want, Kenya been doing this thing for a long time, and I don't care how people try to downplay that Kenya will forever be the part of history. She will. That's just what it is. Okay? Now, let's get to the Kenya Moore situation. All right. So we need to tell Eva that, girl, if you want to shade and read, I'm waiting for the show. You need to come up with your own material. We want to see that. You can't be using recycled shade. You know what I'm saying? Recycled shade, like, pulling the Phaedra Parks, referring to Kenya's skin, and, because Phaedra used those same words. I want to wait to watch the show to see what happened, because when she was like, I don't know her, it's okay to say you don't know somebody. It's true. She doesn't know Kenya Moore personally. It's the way how she said it and the look on her face. Recently, when I uploaded Brooklyn Party and Eva was talking to Cynthia Bailey about Porsha's situation, there's also a possibility that maybe that could have been where things started. Maybe Kenya got upset about Eva bringing drama to, baby Brooklyn events. We shall see how this whole thing, started, because before the party, Eva did this Instagram live after the party. Okay, so everything was okay enough for her to be invited and go to the party. So all of this happened after the party. So maybe when I said in that video, I kept saying that in that video, go ahead and watch it, that, oh my goodness, two things could happen. Kenya could either take it the wrong way and go off, like, why are you bringing drama at my daughter's party? Or she didn't see it and didn't say anything, and everything was cool, but then she heard about it or watched it on TV, and they're going to come after each other either on social media or at the reunion. At this point, it's all speculation, so I'll just wait for season 12 and I'll give more of my insight on that. Now, if Kenya Moore came on season 12 gun blazing or had things to say about Eva, Kenya had every right, and I'll tell you why. For those of you who stopped watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta because Kenya wasn't on season 11, this is what happened at the reunion. When Eva, and I'm not shocked or surprised, but Porsha, even Porsha, who she's saying she's cool with, she love her, Porsha called her out a lot. And the entire cast called her out for shading people, talking about people behind their backs, and they completely forgetting and behaving like she's cool. I think that's why she also have a problem with Kandi, maybe, I don't know, because Kandi also called her out. It was like, girl, you can't say mess about people, and then when the person is in front of you, you act all cool, okay? So she was called out a lot about that on season 11. So this right here at the season 11 reunion does not shock me. On the reunion show, during the episode that Kenya was on, Kenya came, she said hi to everybody, even said hi to Eva. Eva hugged her, kissed her, whatever, told her how beautiful she looked and how she was glowing. Kenya smiled back, called her beautiful, everything was cool. Eva even went and did her little, confessionals, whatever, and said, in leaks, this is not all about you. So we get to the reunion. At the reunion, when Nene said, I did my best to be nice to Kenya. I told her good night. I tried to hug her. I tried to talk to her. Eva gonna jump in and say, after reading Nene and coming for her the whole reunion, she gonna jump in and say, yes, I was there. I saw it. Nene really tried to be nice to Kenya. And that's when Kandi jumped in and said, wait a minute now. Was it before you called her a monster or after? Was it before you asked her if she was having a buffalo? Was it before you said, is she going in labor? Was it before you went after a pregnant woman and did all the things that you did and sat there with Marlo gossiping? Was it before that? Because if you're so real and I'm not fake and all of that, then you won't talk behind somebody's back, call them a monster, say they're having a buffalo for a baby, ask them if they're in labor because they look huge to you, even though she had a reason to look that way. She was carrying a child. What is your excuse? Was the question that Kenya Moore asked on Twitter. So when Kandi asked that question, it was very valid. But you already know when it comes to Kenya Moore, the producers over there, they care about their coins and the ratings. Kenya Moore is not celebrated at Bravo. She's tolerated. So I'm sure Kenya watching that was like, okay, really, Eva? So I can completely understand her coming back to season 12 with an attitude towards Eva. Now, yes, Eva was at Kenya Moore babe. Yes, Eva was at Kenya Moore. Was it Sip and See Brooklyn or Brooklyn Little Celebration introduction to the show in the group? Yes, Eva was there, but Eva was there for a check. Okay, the producer said, Kenya, we are inviting everybody. Kenya said, sure, she can come. I'm not about to stop my bag because she's coming here. And Eva was like, I don't know her, but I'm not about to stop my check. You want me to film? This is work. I'm coming. These are my co-workers. At that same event, she talked about Porsha's situation. So depending on how they play it, we shall see if the I love Porsha, we shall see how that relationship, continuing through all of this stuff, right? The season where Eva was introduced, okay? Eva came for Kenya Moore's best friend. Even though Eva felt like she was doing Cynthia a favor by telling her about Will, Kenya felt like, even Cynthia felt the same way. Pull me to the side and have a conversation. Don't have a conversation in front of everybody and try to embarrass me. Yes, it's going on camera, so all of America and the world is going to see I'm going to be embarrassed, but still pull me aside. Don't do it in a group. If you are someone who's friends with someone and that's like your sis, you're going to ride for them and protect them. So Kenya Moore had every right to jump in to tell Cynthia to walk away, hug Cynthia, or try to protect her girl and not have her looking on TV, stupid, cry and all of that. What Eva is just there in an entire group talking about, well, so maybe the animosity started from there between Eva and Kenya Moore. How dare you do my friend like that? You understand what I'm saying? So it could have started from there. And then watching the reunion and you want to jump and say the woman who called me every name in the book but the child of God was nice to me. Are you serious? So I won't be surprised if Kenya came on and had some things to say to Eva, because Eva is talking a big game. So we're going to see how she back it up on the show. Go ahead and end it here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.